Welcome back, y'all. It's been a long, hot day. I've been working out here all day. It's about 10 o'clock. I've got one box left to put together. I'm sure I look like hell. It's been really hot and sweaty today. Taking a couple of breaks to keep from overheating. Play with Rona. I've got one box left to put together, and I wanted to see if making a video of it would be a good idea to show how I assemble these. I use this Senko pin tacker. If you look on the model number on these, the last two digits are the year it was manufactured. I bought this one brand new in 1984. Telling you, y'all, I'm an old man. So what's going to hold these together is mostly glue. This is Type Bond 2. And I'm just going to hold them in place with these pin tacks. I'm going to have to put a little toe angle on them because the pin tacks I'm using are only 3/4 of an inch long. This gun holds up to an inch, and they've got nicer guns now that shoot 2-inch pins with no heads at all. But I guess I'm too old to buy one of those. So I'm just going to use the nails I have in the gun I have and with the glue I have. This glue is pretty old. It got kind of thick, but I watered it down and got it back to a good consistency, and it's going to hold real well. Sometimes you have to water this glue down to give yourself more open time. I used to build stairways, and I would do curved rails, and we would glue up 14 layers of railing bent around the form of the stair, and you need a lot of open time. It'd be a long time getting that all glued up and ready to go. And so we would water the glue down. I would water the glue down. It would give me plenty of time. Rona, get away from that tripod. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Did you chase any birds today? I want to make sure that you get enough glue on here. You don't want a dry joint, because this glue is going to be all the strength of this joint. So after I get these nailed together, this is the last of 12. After I get these nailed together, the next thing will be to sand them smooth. And a little dampness on this rag just to help me clean up this glue. The other way you can do it is to go ahead and let it get almost dry and then use a knife to cut it out of there. That can be actually better because you don't end up with any glue residue in your wood. But I'm going to be doing some sanding, and that'll take care of this glue residue, I think. I've had problems before where glue will show through the finish. If I talk too slow, I can just change the speed on this playback to like 1.5 or 1 1/4, and then you'll see what I sounded like 20 years ago when I was a young man. I'm using my finger to make sure I get the glue up into all the places. Everything we do when it comes to carpentry and furniture making, everything we do, it's really important that we focus the mind. tools are not as important as the focus of the mind is. You want to look at everything that you're doing. Make sure that everything is tight and right. And never be distracted in a way that keeps you from focusing on the actual, every time I take a shot, at the moment I take the shot, I focus. Focus and relax, and focus and relax. So, I did find some, with Midnight Solar today, I did find a battery combiner box that's got a 1,000 amp bus bar on it. And I can use 6 175 amp DC rated breakers. I've been looking for that for quite some time, and I thought I was going to have to go with something else that I wasn't going to be as happy with. Now all I have to worry about is how unhappy the price of it's going to be. It's going to be close to $1,500 for the breakers and the housing for a combiner box for these 6 batteries. But it's going to really give me something I can feel confident in. It's listed, UL listed, and it's tested in its configuration. I know that'll make my friend happy. And me too. I'll just cry once. Now, one thing I'm going to do that's a waste of time, and I'm going to do it anyway, is now that I've got this all nailed together, I flip it over and I put some nails in the bottom too. And I really think that's a waste of time. I think I've got a nice wet glue joint that's going to be very solid. I think these pins are not that strong compared to the glue. But this bottom of this box is going to be mounted to one of those flat furniture dollies, and you're never going to see the bottom of this, so it doesn't hurt. The mechanical fasteners are not a bad thing, I suppose. So here we are. And this is how it came out. Everything will get sanded. This is very nice plywood, this Baltic birch. It's expensive, $156 a sheet for 4x8 by 3/4 inch sheet. All the joints are tied inside. So, I think it's probably about 10:30 and I'll call it a night. And start again in the morning, sanding, and then it'll be time to start finishing. I think we might have a little chance of rain, so the finishing might get put off, I'm not sure. I certainly have plenty of things to work on. See you on the next one.